Okay, hold on. I just kind of wanted to get your experiences, like what was the biggest thing for you both, like what did you learn and what did you really made you go through this whole experience that you did?
This is for the local newspaper, for the school newspaper?
I'm gonna be I have my own school newspaper, and then I'm also thinking about moving over, transitioning to podcasts, and so trying to put some stuff like that on there. So trying to use the best of my knowledge.
So I mean, the trail happened partly inspired by our own personal struggles as undocumented students in this country, brought to this country by our parents who wanted to give us a better life and wanted to see us realize the American dream. And a lot of my family members got deported, and a lot of my peers who I care about very much face a lot of barriers in being able to go to college because of their immigration status. And so we really wanted to put an end to those injustices. Four of us got together at the end of 2009, and we decided we were going to walk to Washington, D.C. To bring communities together to talk about not only the stories of struggle, but also the stories of endurance and just the power in communities to keep pushing forward. And we took that message all the way to Washington, and we wanted the DREAM Act, but more than anything, we wanted for there to be just and humane treatment of all people, and for us to all be able to see each other as human beings and as valuable contributors to society.
Most definitely.
Yeah, everything he said. No, I think the greatest lesson, right, out of the experience is the power of love. And sometimes it sounds a little cheesy, right, like when we talk about things like that, but truly the only thing that can break through hate, that can break through any type of a wall, is actually love. And we did to the best of our ability to love everyone, even the anti-immigrants, right, even the ones that dehumanized us, called us names and things like that. And to learn that love can truly, and to see, the miracle of love breaking and melting away hate, I think it was a privilege.
And what is the biggest thing that you think you learned? What did this walk and this action teach you in itself? Like, what did it really mean for you as just a person, or how did you grow?
Okay. Well, number one, the greatest lesson I learned, actually I witnessed, right, change in its making. And before the walk, we talked to several people. Most people thought we were crazy. They thought that we would never be able to get to DC. But this one girl, this one friend of mine, she was positive about it, and someone said, "Well, is the United States even ready for something like this?" Right, like. For people saying that they're undocumented and etc. And then she said, well, when is the United States ever ready for change? Change happens because people put their neck out there, and then she said, it would be a disgrace she's an African American woman. She said, it would be a disgrace for me to say that change doesn't exist. The reason why I'm here with you, not in a cotton field, is because somebody fought for me in the past. And so when we were walking, and the thing is that Florida is a very long state, and we started all the way down south, right? It took us like a month to get out of Florida.
Really?
Yeah. And we finally arrived in South Georgia. It was such a feeling of accomplishment, and I saw this huge cotton field, and I remember my friend's words, because I didn't see one slave in that place, So I think that's the lesson. The lesson is to be perseverant and to understand that change exists, and also that there are people who came before us, and that there will be people who come after us, and we're just part of, I stand on the shoulders of everybody that fought for justice in the past, and I'm hoping to pave a way for the people in the future.
Definitely. And what would you say to the young Latinos and the young people of this nation? What would you have to say to them? What would you want them to take from this?
Don't give up. Don't give up. Don't give up on yourself. Don't give up in your family. And especially don't give up on your community. We need you. I think that if I may, I want to call people, and I call people to come. We used to sing a lot in the trail because it was cold and because it was a long trail. We used to walk for 8 hours a day, 15 to 18 miles a day. It was a 1,500-mile walk.
And how long did that take you?
4 months. 4 months. And we used to sing.
I made a right turn, and the guy did not look at the blind spot, and he just
how was it? Justice.
I was already in that thing.
But basically, the theme of the song was that if you want justice, you can't rest. You who believe in freedom cannot rest. So we used to sing that whenever we get really tired. And if you believe in freedom, and whoever is listening to this believe in freedom, we can't rest.
Most definitely. I appreciate that. And